I guess he ain't coming back.
Hi, Lance Attaway.
Hi, Ms. Roberts.
Yes.
Nice to meet
Hi,
you.
nice to meet you. Come have a seat over here.
Thank you.
So how's that traffic this morning? I know sometimes it can be pretty bad.
Oh, wasn't that bad actually this morning. It was running pretty smooth.
Okay, well, have a seat.
All right.
Okay, thank you. And I actually had someone forward it to my email last week, so I actually already got it, but thank you. Okay, and just to let you know, I am the HR manager here at Herman Hospital. And I'm going to start off by asking you a few questions, but first of all, can you briefly tell me something about your work history?
Oh yeah. Actually, for the operation management position, I actually have experience with that with Memorial Herman downtown. I've done that for the past 3 years. It's been a great job. I have definitely enjoyed the problems that have come up with it, as far as being able to solve those issues and effectively take care of all that. Also, I have management experience in retail as far as Blockbuster. Also, as Game Crazy, I've run the Dallas market for 2.5 years before moving on to Memorial Home.
Okay.
So, a lot of good day.
Okay, good. All right, and can you tell me why did you leave your last job?
Actually, I left Memorial Herman because I wanted to go back to school to further my education. Ultimately, I want to move further up in the management position within the hospital systems.
Okay. And can you tell me, how do you handle stress?
One problem at a time. You can't let stress overtake your entire day. You're going to have problems that come up. You just need to take them aside, pick them apart, figure out what you need to do, get it taken care of, and then move on to the next problem.
Okay. And can you give me a list of your strengths first and then your weaknesses?
Yeah, actually, organization is definitely one of my strengths. I'm kind of particular about that. Time management would be another one. Again, that goes back to the whole stress thing. If you're able to manage your time a lot better, you're able to handle stress levels a lot better. Problem solving is real big. I love taking apart a problem, picking it apart, figuring out how to make that situation never happen again. And a competitive nature, and by that I mean I want to, everything I do in any type of business is something I want to do to the best of my ability, and I want to make the place that I work at the best that it is. So that kind of competitive nature, I just want the place and myself to be number one.
That's good. Operations manager. Okay. And your weaknesses?
Well, that competitive nature again. Sometimes it gets a little too much. I can admit that. Growing up, I've always played sports and stuff, so it's just part of my nature. The other thing is the organization. Again, I tend to be very, very organized about stuff, so it can be a little overbearing sometimes, I guess you could kind of say, as far as that. So, it's kind of a double-edged sword with both of those.
Okay.
So.
Okay, and how do you keep track of your day-to-day activities at work?
Well, my trusty folder, it always goes everywhere with me. Also, voice recorder. You're going along, making rounds or something like that. You just record what's going on through the day, anything that may pop up. You get a call for an issue, put it down on the voice recorder real quick so you can review it real quickly, and just it really helps the day and keeps you organized and flowing.
That's good. And can you give me an example of a time when you had to deal with a problem at work? How did you handle that?
Yeah, at my old job, we had a tech who his name was David Christensen. Real great guy. He was very easygoing, but he had a problem taking other people's food out of the refrigerator. Yeah. Basically, sat him down off to the side. Had a talk with him. Hey, Dave, what's the issue? And started kind of talking to him and finding out exactly why it was that he was doing it. Maybe it was compulsive order. Maybe it was you didn't have enough to eat. It could have been a bunch of different issues and stuff like that. But we sat down, we talked about it, and it was something I did in private. You never ever had a conflict issue out in public. Definitely one of my biggest pet peeves. But just sat him down, talked about it, figured out what the issue was, and just resolved it and moved on.
Okay. All right, and then after that, can you give me an example of a time when you motivated an employee?
Yes. Actually, when I worked for Game Crazy as a manager, I had a very talented and highly intelligent individual. His name was Troy Lee. Biggest gamer I've ever met, but probably one of the brightest minds I've ever met as well. And he had gone through school, he had straight A's. He got a 1530, I think, on his SAT. Highly intelligent, but all he was doing was applying for local schools. And he'd always expressed an interest in law and everything else. And I told him, well, why not take a chance, apply to Yale, Harvard, all these other places. If you have an issue with paying for the application fee, I'll help you with that. And we did that. And he actually got accepted to Purdue, to Harvard, ultimately going to Harvard. He is in his third year right now for the law degree, and he's doing well.
Okay, that's good. Right, well, at this time, do you have any questions for me?
Actually, once I get the operations management position, what other opportunities are there for advancement within the company?
Well, in your case, Lance, Mr. Attaway, I should say, you're applying for the operations manager position. So where you'll go from there is to the vice president of operations position.
Okay.
And generally that takes anywhere from 2 to 5 years. It just
Okay.
depends on how well you do your job and your annual reviews. And also, if you're not able to find any opportunities here at this location, Memorial Hermann has several locations throughout the Houston area. So if you don't find something here, you're able to find something there.
Excellent. A couple of questions I had is, number one, do you have tuition reimbursement?
Yes, we do, and we actually encourage all of our employees here at Hermann to continue their academic progress.
Oh, excellent. That's really good. So I guess following into that is with the tuition reimbursement, once I actually complete a higher degree, does that also help me with my career advancement, or is there salary increases due to that?
Oh, most definitely. There definitely is, and actually that will increase your career opportunities as well.
Great. I don't think I have any other questions at this time.
Okay. Well, just to let you know, you'll hear something back from us in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right.
Ms. Roberts, I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you for your
Thank
time.
you for the opportunity.
Excellent. Very good. Thanks.